I don't know if you know the history of Aruba a little bit, but the first economic pillar of the island was farming with Aruba aloe. Aruba was one of the biggest exporters of aloe of the whole world. How is it possible such a small island performing in such a high level?
Individuals that I consider true role models from the Dutch Caribbean, Elton Arends.
We wanted to do a feature film. It's called Wow. It was only about showing the beauty, the resilience of the islands. It's organically been transforming into something much larger. Our backstory is that we wanted to make the Dutch a little bit more proud of the islands than they are right now.
With deep ties to Aruba, he's also director of Canal 90 FM, one of the island's biggest radio stations in Aruba, and has played a key role in initiatives like TEDx Aruba.
Since we started this project, my whole thing was if I can make 100,000 Dutch people proud of being part of this kingdom that we share, that would be mission accomplished for me.
People, welcome to the Sunside Kingdom Show. People, it's been an amazing time. Today we at Aruba Experience. The patrona here definitely embraced us and gave us this amazing opportunity to record something in a authentic UNESCO type building here in Aruba, giving you a true Arubian experience. See you guys in the next one. Have a blessed time, blessed day. Big ups one more time to Aruba Experience and the whole staff here. Susanette, thanks again for hosting us and having some of the best lunches out here, man. That chicken breast was, signing out, bless. Welcome, Elton.
Thank you. Welcome to Aruba.
Thank you. So how are you?
I'm good. Doing great. Excited. We got some new projects. Very exciting stuff I still need to tell you about.
Yeah.
Most
awesome.
of it you already know, but yeah.
Oh, there's still some secrets I don't know.
No. I think you know most of it.
Okay, I'm kind of up to date. Well, we've known each other now for quite some time. It's we're not getting younger, Elton.
Since when? Actually, since Build Back Better Sint Maarten, right?
Before that. Because we met in Aruba when I was over here for Cosme.
True.
With Michael. With Michael Lampe and others. So that's about like mid 2017, around this time. So that would be about 8 years ago. Yeah. And since then collaborated on many different things together. But let's dive into who is Elton in 2025 and what is keeping you busy in 2025.
Who is Elton in 25? Well, I'm a father of girls. A 27-year-old girl, a 13-year-old girl. Also fathering a 2-year-old baby girl. And my current girlfriend is also pregnant, so I'm going to soon to be a father again.
You see, I was wondering if we're going to touch on that on camera or not, but
we are.
Congratulations,
right.
bro.
Thank you. It's a boy, by the way.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Rack.
Yeah. It took me only 51 years. Only took 51 years, but it's happening.
It happened.
Yes,
awesome.
I'm proud. And I'm proud of all my kids. And besides that, as you know, me and Bianca, my co-founder of 360 Degrees of Innovation, we started that in 2018, almost 2019, at the end of the year of 2018. We decided to start up a foundation called 360 Degrees of Innovation, and that's what I've been keeping myself busy with for the last 5 years, a little bit more than that. In between that, I also did the director of the radio station Canal 90. It's a family-owned business. 50 years, I think now, maybe even a little bit more, 51 years.
No, so as long as you've been alive.
Yes, it's the first. Actually, they started the year I was born is the day that they started with the radio station. Oh wow! So it's as old as I am. I think it's January 1973, and I'm July 1973. And it's family-owned business since the beginning. Was also the first FM radio station of Aruba.
Oh wow!
My grandfather was one of the pioneers of radio.
History there.
Yeah.
So is your grandfather that started it?
It's my grandfather that started, my father's father. And also started the printing company. My grandfather also started the printing company, which is also family-owned business, which is kind of where I grew up and got in touch with the whole graphic and advertising world. But besides that, in 2025 now, the thing we're most working on right now, and you know this, but it's called WOW. It's
on the shirt.
It's on the shirt. Yeah. It started off as a film. We wanted to do a feature film.
Yeah.
And Bianca, my colleague, calls me. She does walks early in the morning.
The beach walks, the famous beach walks.
And that's
I've actually
you've been with her, no?
I've been with her once, and now since I've been back on vacation, you can ask the missus. She's here behind the scenes. I was like, we got to do those beach walks, man.
Yeah.
So I've done a couple, and the inspiration.
She does this with a lot of different people in the community, and usually to get inspired or get inspiration for things. And she calls me up one really early morning. I think it was not even 6 o'clock yet.
Beach walks start early, man. Sunrise.
And she tells me, yeah, I have an idea. We're going to make a feature film about nature of the 6 Dutch Caribbean islands. I was like, what? I was still half asleep. Like, am I hearing this right?
Is this a dream?
Is this a dream? So she was like, yeah. She's like, what do you know about making movies? I said, no, nothing, but I don't care. We're going to do it anyways.
Exactly.
So that's how this whole adventure with the feature film started. But it's organically been transforming into something much larger than just a feature film. And it happened very organically because when we did the research rounds a couple of years back to just visit each of the islands, talk to the nature parks, talk to the people that are working on conservation projects and stuff like that, we realized that because the feature film was only about showing the beauty, the resilience of the islands, our back story is that we wanted to make the Dutch a little bit more proud of the islands than they are right now. You know, the reputation of the islands are not the way we would want them to be. Exactly. So we were always thinking about how we could bridge that gap. You know, make my since we started this project, my whole thing was if I can make 100,000 Dutch people proud of being part of this kingdom that we share. That would be mission accomplished for me. And that's also where the whole idea came from with Bianca. Also, we always in the back of our heads because of the jobs and the things, the projects we took on for the
municipalities and
we were like always, because you always get that pushback when you're trying to do things like but the islands we don't know. So we were always thinking in the back of our heads. So
maybe to jump into a little bit of backstory to connect it. With 360 Degrees of Innovation, you guys also do a lot of work with the different ministries, right? On the islands, but also in the Netherlands, for instance, a lot of the connections.
Yeah, because right before we started the foundation, we worked for the Prime Minister of Aruba for 8 years. Me and Bianca, we were colleagues. She was the director of the Bureau of Innovation of Aruba.
Which was the first of its kind, right?
Which was the first of its kind, yes. And that's how we met you too. And during those years working for the Prime Minister, the main focus was sustainability. And when we started, it was more about sustainable energy because we thought it was the lowest hanging fruit for an island. Islands are one of the most expensive. Utilities is one of the most expensive things that
and one thing it has in abundance is the sun, right?
Yeah. So we started off organizing green conferences and those type of initiatives. But got off track there a little bit. But I mean, that's where it all started, kind of. And then
So working for the different municipalities and having many times those connections and having to go into discussion about funding for different types of projects, you hit against that brick wall every now and then of their perception of the islands.
Yeah,
so,
that for sure, and that's always in the back of your head. No, when we started the foundation, we just wanted to continue the work because we thought it was important.
Yeah,
it was the first time I was actually doing work that was not related to what I studied.
Yeah.
So for me, it was kind of new. You know, you're kind of working for a country instead of for a client.
Yeah.
So for me it was a rather big shift from we're not working with the commercial clients anymore. We're working for a country, and it's a completely different way
scope.
Of scope, and even way of, you have to leverage a lot of things because the community has to give you some backing before you start pushing things. Even Aruba, the community, the Prime Minister had a vision for sustainability and 100% renewable energy, but the business model for Web and Elmar, which are the utility companies of Aruba, that's not their business model. Their business model is to charge as much as possible for energy and water for the island and be profitable.
Yeah.
Which I think is completely wrong. It's a wrong business model for a business that's owned by the government.
Yeah.
But we even had to create that
awareness
and, with the utility companies themselves.
Yeah.
Green energy was also a little bit of a, I don't know, it sounds a little bit shady, too good to be true.
Yeah.
Back in those days, and then all of a sudden you see with organizing the conference and stuff like that, people more and more start getting on board. They start understanding the technology better, and then are more receptive to when you are talking about let's make big changes.
Yeah.
So it was a switch for me to like, you're on a different level trying to change. When you're doing advertising, trying to make people buy stuff.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to make them buy ideas,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
a different type of.
Because now it's not tangible products,
we're
right?
buying
There's
ideas,
these ideas
we're
and
selling
concepts.
ideas actually.
Yeah.
But it was nice because it was very new for me, but it was also very. I didn't get that much of how do you say that? Like, you feel happy when you do a successful campaign for a client.
Yeah.
And you get paid for it. But the level of accomplishment when you're doing something for your own country is different.
So would you say that once you made the switch and the type of projects and the type of work you was doing, that in the end the results felt more purposeful?
They felt a lot more purposeful because you see the changes that it creates in your community, whereas to when you're doing commercial things, it's just selling.
Yeah.
And
so the impact was way greater, and that also.
And, that's the first couple of times that I also got in touch with doing impactful things for your country. Well, it could be for a smaller community, but in this case, we were doing impactful things for the whole nation. So it's different, and I also connected in a different way with that, because before that it was all about, selling cars, selling product, and it's different. It's and it also, because from home, we were never taught to be like volunteers or helping in community things. We were always, I come from a business family in Aruba, and it's always business. Yeah. But this.
So now in this you kind of got to mix the business with the purpose.
Yeah, business, purpose, community. It's different than when you're just doing a business for your own profit.
Yeah. So as you mentioned now, well, because we've known each other, and I also know different parts of the history. You guys did the different conferences. So TEDx was one of them. TEDx Aruba, was that one of the first times TEDx was introduced?
The first one we did was actually Green Aruba, which was with Al Gore. We had the vice president of the U.S. here in Aruba. He did his whole. What was his? He had this thing.
It's
Beyond something truth.
inconvenient
The
truth.
inconvenient truth.
Yeah.
So he was flown in to Aruba. He was our main speaker at the TEDx, and we also had the now King of the Netherlands as one of the speakers in Aruba.
Oh, so he was Prince back then.
He was still not. Yeah, he was still Prince.
Yeah.
Prince. We had him as one of the main speakers at the Green Conference. I think we did a total of 4 editions of the Green Conference. And in between that, we also had a couple of other ones. B1 Community was, and we also did Europe Meets the Americas.
Okay.
And then from all these movements and conferences, we wanted to do something for the younger generations, and we thought TEDx would be one of those. And I was the lead in that one as well. Together with the Bureau of Innovation, we did 2 editions of TEDx Aruba. And then one of the most, that one is one of the things I'm most proud of as well, because we had international speakers, but we also had local speakers. I think you're having one of them also on the podcast.
Yes, hint.
Yeah, but those were, for me, those things were, I never, the first time I organized an event was the first Green Conference we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that to me was also like,
it's a whole other ball game.
It's a whole other ball game. And but that was fun too. And TEDx Aruba, I think, is one of the events I enjoyed more than all of them. Yeah. It was nice. It was hours. The Green Conference was an idea from the Prime Minister, and we wanted to do it, and we were just executing.
Yeah.
And TEDx was born in the Bureau of Innovation. We did it, and it was really ours. And one of the proudest moments I had was TEDx. That was a nice conference.
Awesome.
I got to be in New York at one of the TED events as well. If you want to keep the license when you're doing TEDx, for the people that want to do TEDx, one of the things is that you have to go to one of their main events. So I had to go to New York.
You had to go
to New York. Yeah. But it was nice too. It was very, very inspiring speakers. It was nice. One nice period. And because of all these nice things we did when the government changed, me and Bianca didn't want to
lose that momentum.
We didn't want to lose that momentum. So
and lose creating that impact.
And what we did then was we started, because in Aruba it was kind of difficult, because I don't know if you're familiar with how politics work in Aruba, but
I think most islands it works similar.
So we were kind of limited in what we could do on island, and then we just focused on doing things for Bonaire, for Curaçao. We went to Sint Maarten.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah. So actually that was a blessing in disguise to have us collaborating more.
So we went to Sint Maarten. We did we did one big first event, which was Build Back Sint Maarten Better. And out of that came the Smile event that we've been doing together for a couple of years now.
Couple of years. We did 4 editions total. Yeah.
So because of the Bureau of Innovation and the foundation, we started going off island.
Yeah.
Not by choice, but kind of because here in Aruba, it was kind of difficult to find anything to do. But it's very funny to see, because then the government people of Aruba would go to Bonaire, and all they would hear was Bianca and Elton, Bianca and Elton. Don't you know these guys? They're doing amazing work. And then in Sint Maarten, they're visiting Bianca and Elton. Do you know these guys? They're doing amazing work. And then all of a sudden, we started getting some calls in Aruba too.
Hey, it works in mysterious ways.
So that's how. And then eventually, with the outgoing government now, we still got to do some things for the island itself, which was nice.
Nice.
Because you after a while, 8 years, you haven't been in that political boat.
Yeah.
People start, maybe we should just ask them to help us with this, that, and then we did some stuff on the island. But then, Bianca comes up with this, let's make a movie. And
does the beach walk 6 a.m. So I said in the W there's a turtle, there's the flamingos.
So the project name is WOW.
Yeah.
Also a very funny story because we were brainstorming for months to find out how we're gonna call the project because the boys in the Netherlands, so we have a co-producing contract with a production company in the Netherlands, and they called their titles were The Nieuwe Wilderness. You probably know about it. And they have right now they have the Wilde Noordzee in the cinemas.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, what do we do? Do we piggyback on this wilderness thing? What do we call it? Nieuwe Wilderness Caribbean, Nieuwe Wilderness Pirates of the Caribbean. What do we call this? So we had a bunch of brainstorming sessions, and every time we spoke about the project, the first thing people would say is "Wow."
Wow.
And then Bianca just once in one of those sessions said, "Why don't we just call it WOW?" Everybody keeps saying that. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's crazy. Why would you call it?" And eventually, it organically again, we decided, okay, it sounds like that's
what
the name
feels
for it.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's when we gave it the title WOW, and then slowly but surely it turned into, okay, let's do 6 documentaries as well because the stories that we got in those research in the research phase was like, we have to tell the story. We can't just leave this guy out. I mean, he's working for 20 years planting mango. The
mango. What was mango?
The trees that grow in right at the ocean, at the edge of the water.
Okay, yeah.
Mangroves.
Yeah. Mangroves, yeah.
This guy's been planting mangroves for 20 years in Curaçao. We went to this girl in Bonaire that's restoring coral. We talked to these guys in Saba that are growing sea urchins. So then we're like, okay, maybe we should do the film and a documentary to tell these stories. And it's like, okay, awesome. So then it was, okay, a film and 6 documentaries. And then, okay, we still, every time we go, we hear more stories and more. Okay, maybe we should do a podcast as well. Or maybe we should do what are we going to do with all the footage?
Yeah,
let's do educational program. What are we going to do?
Wow.
See, so all of a sudden, and now we have a name for it. It's called the 360 approach.
Oh, nice.
Because we're hoping that one thing leads to the other, We can open up conversations with the island also, no? Because we thought, let's bridge the gap between Aruba and the Netherlands, between Curaçao and the Netherlands. But there's also a gap between
the islands.
Sint Maarten and Aruba and Curaçao and Aruba. So, organically, it's shaping itself and it's becoming this mega project, which is it's also very, very nice to feel, because when we started this, I was going with the A4 with an idea written on paper asking people to support me with money, and everybody's like,
who's this guy? What's this crazy?
What is this guy?
Yeah.
With a A4'tje with 2 pictures of iguanas, and I was like, well, and what if you
give me money?
And what if you don't get all the money? What's gonna happen with the money I gave you? Like, no, we're gonna make this happen. I promise you. But then when we reached this threshold right now where we have enough money to start filming.
Yeah.
And in November last year, August, we started filming our Sint Maarten, Saba, and Stacia already filmed for the documentaries.
So you was telling me one of those stories there recently with the sharks.
Oh. Yeah. So you know how I joke around with everything, right? So I tell him, let's tell the camera guy a story about the father shark and the baby shark. The father shark teaching the baby shark how to eat humans. So
you scared the damn camera guy.
First you swim around the human 3 times, and then you eat it. And the baby shark's like, "Why, Papa? Why do we have to?" Yeah, because they taste better without the thing in them, And then the camera guys went down on a shark dive, and he comes out of the water and he's like, "I had to get out. These sharks were circling me." I thought about your story. I got to get out.
I see him circle me 3 times.
I'm out.
2.5 times out.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun, and
But you guys shot a lot of underwater footage.
a lot of underwater,
above. You went to the
above,
top of
drone
Mount Scenery,
shots.
drone shots.
Mount Scenery, the volcano in
In Saba.
Statia.
Oh, in Statia. Yeah. So the drone went into the volcano?
We went into the volcano.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
How was that?
600-meter hike up, and
Yeah.
a 600-meter hike back down.
But what is in there?
It's a jungle. It hasn't been touched because nobody's allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
And the only park rangers are allowed. And there's a park ranger in
Statia?
in the station. He's gonna become famous after this documentary. His name is Jobo.
Jobo.
Yeah, he's the iguana guy in Statia.
I think I might have met him.
I think you met him.
I probably
Jobo
met him when
he's famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You gotta show me the picture afterwards.
Yeah, I'll show you. So we went into the volcano with Jobo.
Mm-hmm.
He built like a makeshift pathway with ropes and stuff because it's kind of steep and a little bit dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And we were allowed to go in there, and I stood next to trees. You won't believe your eyes how big the trunks of the trees are.
Wow.
Yeah, 500, 600-year-old trees.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but when you're on the islands doing the actual filming, talking to the people, it's amazing.
Indescribable.
Yeah, it's indescribable feeling. Yeah.
I could definitely imagine.
And before this, I had never been to Saba, never been to Statia.
Yeah.
So it is a very. I'm leaving on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Next Friday, I'm leaving to Curaçao and Bonaire, and then we finish up in Aruba. So
Yeah.
by the end of May, I think we would have shot all 6
Nice.
documentaries.
Nice.
So yeah. So like what I was saying is, you reach a threshold with the funding, where you have to decide that you start filming, even though you don't have the whole amount yet of the project. But if we keep waiting till you have all the money, then you're kind of late. So
it's entrepreneurship.
so we
Sometimes you gotta
decide,
jump out
okay,
and
this is when we just go
jump out the plane and build a parachute as you're going down.
we going down. Yeah, sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it feels like, okay, are we sure we want to do this? Yeah, but it's been a ride,
awesome,
a wild one.
So if we circle back all the way into the history, 1973, if I remember clearly.
1973.
So where was young Elton born?
I was born in Aruba.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised. My father's name is Galo Dario,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother's name is Sandra.
Sandra
Cruz.
and Cruz.
Uh-huh.
So that's related to is Betico Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all the Cruz are a little bit related.
but
Yeah.
that's similar in Sint Maarten where they say, oh no, we are different Cruz.
Yeah,
and,
there are
okay.
differences.
Yeah,
but my mom is actually kind of related to Batico Cruz.
Okay.
Yeah, far, but yeah, still related.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sandra and Dario, my mom and my dad, I have.
So actually, a quick side note because throughout the islands, we also got listeners from the other islands, and some of them wouldn't know who Betico Cruz is.
Betico Cruz is a very famous politician, Aruban politician, and was also a contributor to the Aruba separation of Aruba from the Dutch Antilles.
Yeah.
Started the whole idea of the separation started with another political leader, but Batico Cruz was the one that was actually active when it happened in 1986. So he is a very
so he got it over the finish line.
Yeah, he got it over the finish line. He is very, very popular politician. He never became the prime minister of Aruba because he got into a car accident right after the elections and died.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So he never.
I knew that he passed away, but I didn't know how.
He never became the prime minister of Aruba.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So he did gather all the votes to become it.
That was the last election was in 1986. I think it was 1985, 86.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have enough votes to form a government, and then the opposition together with two other parties or one other party. I'm not sure if it was two or one.
Yeah.
The opposition became the sitting government right after the separation and became the first prime minister of Aruba as a separated nation from the Antilles.
Yeah. So that would have been quite...
It's quite crazy when you think about it, because kind of the same story happened in Curaçao in 10-10-10. Because the lady, Elage, I think her last name is, which fought for separating Curaçao from the Antilles again, went to elections and lost, and somebody else became the prime minister, the first prime minister of Curaçao. So a kind of a repeating story, which is weird if you think about it.
Yeah. Interesting how how that
things
always how things play out.
Yeah.
So we just got sidetracked, but let's jump back into young Elton, born here in Aruba. In which part in the island?
I was actually born here in Oranjestad, not the Hospital Bio, because the current hospital where everybody goes now was not built yet.
Yeah.
So I was born in a hospital really close to where we're sitting right now.
Okay.
Small hospital. And I have a sister that is 4 years younger than I am. I have a brother that's 9 years younger than I am. And I have another brother that is I think he's 20 years younger than I am.
Oh, wow.
My father was a busy man.
Oh, but then you just got it from your dad, man. You're pacing them out.
Yes. So we're 4 siblings. And my brother is working with the family company right now. He's running the radio station and the print. Company.
Oh, nice.
My little brother.
Nice.
And my sister works at the bank in Aruba.
Yeah.
Pretty close knit. I left very early to the States to go to school in the States when I was 15.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you why, but...
We keep that part off camera. Well, for anyone that comes from the islands, usually when teenage boys go to private school or
island is
off school, because they're good boys. Wink, wink. So how was that experience 15 years old in the big United States of America without parents?
It's bizarre because I used to go to a school very close to where we're sitting also right now called La Salle. And for the, I don't know how many time I got into...
This is really good water, by the way.
I don't know for the how many time I got into trouble again at school. And actually I got suspended from school again. And went back to my father's company is also very close by here. So
everything was really very close by.
So I walked to my father's office and I told him, listen, I got into trouble again at school. And toevallig, I had a cousin that had also just made the move to Miami. My grandfather had a house in Miami Springs. So my dad said, you know what? Just going to send you to private school in Miami with your cousin because this is becoming too much. So I ended up in an all-boys Christopher Columbus High in Miami.
Christopher Columbus High.
Yeah. All boys,
ironic.
Shirt and tie.
Shirt and tie.
Short hair. I had long hair. Earrings. They all have to come off. And very Catholic all-boys school. I only stayed there for a year also because same reasons.
You terrorized the school.
But in Miami, I first got. I didn't even know. It's weird because I grew up in the printing company, but I didn't even know there was a career to be made in advertising.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit naive. You're working at the. I did almost all the work that needed to be done at the printing company. I worked in the dark room. I did the cutting with the machines. I did all those type of things.
And all of that's before 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not realizing that there's a opleiding, there's a career to be made doing this.
Yeah.
So my last year in high school there, I was very active in the art department of the school. And my teacher back then gave me a business card of a school in Fort Lauderdale that said, hey, maybe you should just go look at this. And when I got there, I was just graduated May that year, and I went there a couple of weeks after that to that school to take a look at it because I didn't even know. I had already enrolled at a different college, community college in Miami, to go do something else.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I told my father, but also realized that I was only 16. I was 16 when I graduated high school.
That's crazy.
And then college, when I got there, everybody was like much older than I was. But I got to that school, the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale, and I just told my dad I was going to stay there. I didn't want to leave. So I was like, I don't know, I'm going to stay here. And my dad was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm just going to. So they enrolled me and I just stayed there.
So then you kind of did summer school then? Cause,
I kind of did summer school, but the thing is with the Art Institute is that they don't have like the regular track as the regular universities. They have quarters. And it doesn't matter when you start. You just go as so many quarters.
Yeah.
So I just started in the summer and finished the whole opleiding in like 2.5 years.
Oh, wow. So then you was done with college at
18.
18.
Yeah. And I moved to Aruba and started working at an agency in Aruba when I was 18 years old.
Wow.
Crazy story about that also. When that happened and I moved to Aruba, my grandfather and my uncles had a newspaper in Aruba.
Okay.
And I was very good doing
the drawings and stuff.
Caricature.
Yeah.
So I started doing political. I started doing every day. I had like a square, a space in the newspaper where I got to do a cartoon of politics in Aruba, and I started working. I was working during the day at an agency, and when I got home at 5, 6, I would just relax for a little bit and then go to the newspaper.
Yeah.
And just do cartoons. I did that for a while, and that was interesting too because it got me a lot more involved. You have to read the news. You have to figure out what's happening politically, and it got me a little bit involved into politics.
So technically, there's all of these little let's say Hansel and Gretel sporches,
kind of
breadcrumbs throughout life that all sort of circle back and connect later on.
Not even knowing it actually. Mostly I thought it happened by accident, but now I realize that it was not an accident. You know? So that's how I got a little bit involved in the politics part too.
So at 18 you came back to Aruba?
Graduated in the States.
Yeah, started working here. And then how many years you worked in Aruba?
I always say about 10 years.
Okay.
I worked for an agency in Aruba first called ECA. The guy was also a DJ in Aruba and started his own marketing agency. And while I was still going to school in the States, he was already asking my father when I was graduating because he wanted me to come work with him. It's a funny story because when I graduated the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale, we didn't do anything on computers yet. Everything was still old school way. So he asked me in the first interview I had with him if I had any experience with working in Corel Draw back then.
Oh yeah, Corel Draw.
Corel Draw. So I was like, yeah, for sure, of course. Sure. And I never even turned on a computer before that. So that was the first official job I got in Aruba. I worked for him for a couple of years. I'm guessing 2 or 3 years, something like that. And after a short period of time working with him and realizing that, when you work for somebody, but all of a sudden you feel like you're outperforming them.
Yeah.
For me, it becomes very difficult to work for somebody where I feel like I'm outperforming them. So as soon as I started feeling that, I just decided to move on.
Yeah.
So then I decided to start up my own small. I didn't even call it an agency. It was like an art studio because all I did was design work. I wasn't doing marketing plans. I wasn't doing communication plans. I was just executing design work. I was doing a magazine. I was doing 2 magazines. One for the youth called Matinette that we bought from the lady that was doing it for a lot of years. And we was also doing a fashion magazine in Aruba that still exists that's called Focus. So I was doing some magazine work. We had some clients like Kraft.
So then, what was that still sort of connected to your dad's business with the printing?
Well, we're kind of connected always because
Yeah.
my clients always needed to print things. So I would do the design work. My father did the printing work.
Yeah.
With the years, that became less and less because people
Things
start
moved
moving
more
away
digital.
from printing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of I had a little bit of an advantage because I had kind of I was an inside man at the printing company, so I could offer clients better deals. Like, hey, if you want to jump on this thing right now, I can get you a discount because we have extra space on the sheet of paper. I can print 5,000 flyers for you for cheap right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So things like that. So I always worked in collaboration with the printing company while I was doing that.
Yeah.
And then slowly but surely, when I stopped that, I started another company together with two friends, Dwayne and Ryan Odiber.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne and Ryan were very close friends of mine since we were like little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne was a programmer,
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan was a videographer.
Okay.
And I would be doing the graphics,
Yeah.
Ryan would be doing the video, and Dwayne would be doing the programmer websites. Then we became more of a complete agency. Like
Yeah.
Ryan was doing TV commercials, Dwayne was making the websites for the company. I was designing logos, designing campaigns. We got more into the whole full service agency thing.
Yeah.
For a while there, we also jumped into this. There was this guy from the Netherlands, Access for All, ISP, Internet Service Provider,
Mm-hmm.
wanted to move his business to Aruba as well. Came in, bought out our company, and we went to work for him. Didn't work out. Started a new company again. So it was
So the three of
searching.
you guys started
The
a
three
new
of us
company.
started a full service one,
Yeah.
and we also continued after that together. At a certain moment, I told my two partners, my friends back then, that I wanted to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I decided to move to Holland. I did communicatie in Rotterdam. I did
Yeah.
communicatie in Rotterdam. Graduated. No, I did that there, and then started a job in Rotterdam with a. Became very good friends with the guy. He had an agency, a small agency in Rotterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Started working there as a designer, and eventually I found a job in Baren as a designer, head designer, art director.
Mm-hmm.
Also had clients like Nu.nl and Viva, the magazine, and
Yeah.
one of those schools, LOE. Is it
yeah.
LOE?
Yeah, LOE. That's
LOE.
kind of like the online school, right?
Yeah, the online school thing. We had some pretty nice clients, and I got to work very closely with the owners. It was a small company, so I was became very close with the owners. One of the owners got sick,
Oh, snap.
got cancer, and her last wish was to come to Aruba because of all the stories I told her. She always wanted. She said, "I want to go to Aruba. And her last wish was to come to Aruba. She came to Aruba,
She
and
came?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
she came. And we took her everywhere. You know, the whole Happy Island,
The whole
the whole
experience.
Happy Island experience. And a couple of months after, she got really, really sick. During the same time, the back then not prime minister yet, but Mike Amon started calling me to come help him with his campaign.
Okay.
So, and I was like, no, I have a job here. I'm not interested. And he's like, yeah, just come. Let them give you a 0-hour contract so you don't lose the job, and you just come help me for 3 months. And depending on what happens, you go back,
Yeah.
you decide. I said, so I
Yeah.
did that. Came to Aruba, helped him with his first campaign. They won. Moved back went back to my regular job, but then
Yeah.
the lady passed away.
Oh, okay.
And then when that happened, Mike was still calling me, hey, come here. What are you doing in the Netherlands? Come help your island. We need you here, your talent, blah, blah, blah.
Your calling was calling you.
The calling was calling. And he was telling me, you're going to work in a think tank. That was the word that
was
triggered me.
The buzzword.
That was the word that triggered me. Think tank. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. So what am I going to do? Yeah, we're just going to, think about future of Aruba, innovation. What are we going to do? what are the new things, trendy. So then I decided to move back to Aruba, started working for him, and worked for him for the almost 8 years that.
So that think tank quickly got rebranded
the think
into
tank was
Bureau
the
of
first year,
Innovation,
yeah.
or okay.
It also happened organically. We were three people in the think tank. I had an IT guy, I had another creative guy with me, and we did the first the Green Conference with zero experience in doing conferences. Got a lot of help from the ATA, the Aruba Tourism Authority. They sent 2 girls to reinforce the team to help us put that whole event together.
Yeah.
But then, the think tank 1, 2, 3 years, and then it's like, okay, so we have to formalize this in some way. And then Bianca came into the picture because she was supposed to be working in a different department with the Prime Minister.
Okay. Yeah.
And she ended up in my office. And then that formalized and became the Bureau of Innovation. The first Bureau of Innovation of Aruba was created during that period. And I had the pleasure to be part of that whole...
To be there at the cradle.
At the conception.
The week.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then 8 years later, we get to the point of you guys starting up 360 degrees of innovation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full circle.
About 8 years later, yeah, because first when it happened, the government changed. We didn't know what we wanted to do, but Bianca was telling me, what are we going to just stop? No, we can't do that. So then we decided let's start the foundation and see where it takes us. And now it's since 2018. So I think almost how many years? 6 years?
7.
7 years already.
7 years already.
With a lot of very nice projects that we did as well. Yeah.
Some awesome epic ones.
Yeah.
So let's touch on that because you spent some time in the States. You lived in Holland for some time, so you went back to school. Were art director there. But even from here in Aruba, you guys still do a lot of collaborations throughout the region and internationally as well, even with setting up those projects. So how would you say your Caribbean roots has influenced your way of doing business?
My Caribbean roots, I always think of Aruba and islands as places where very resilient people live because of our situation. Being an island is always more complicated than
more limitations than
a lot of more limitations. You have to. By nature, I think we think out of the box. Most of the time, we're like, but this is a lot of the times things that are not possible on islands, and then you have to be creative and think about ways to do things anyways. And I think that's one of the key things with people that live on islands that makes them more apt to pivot and flexibility, change.
Taking on
you
maybe
also,
a bit
you
more.
also have to be like a jack of all trades because you can't specialize because the island's too small to be specialized in anything. So whenever you do something, you have to learn from the beginning till the end of whatever you're doing. You can't just specialize in one part of the thing because it won't work because it's too small. You end up with 10 employees specialized, but you can't pay them because it's too expensive. So you become kind of a jack of all trades. You learn to pivot quicker. You learn to change with the market faster. I kind of outgrew Aruba as well when I was doing the agency thing because when you get the big clients, Toyota, you do this, you do that. All of a sudden, there's no more things to do. Nothing is challenging anymore.
Where's the next tier on
you
the
reach
ladder?
the ceiling really quickly.
Yeah.
So that's when I also decided I just wanted to go do something else. But Aruba has I don't know if you know the history of Aruba a little bit, but also
Tell me.
Such a small island, but always on the international big, like The first economic pillar of the island was farming, with Aruba aloe.
Yeah.
And we were like, Aruba was one of the biggest exporters of aloe of the whole world,
Oh,
in the whole
wow.
world.
Yeah.
And then you think, how is it possible such a small island performing in such high levels?
Yeah.
And then that happened, and then all of a sudden, they found out that there was phosphate in Aruba, so mining also became a thing.
Yeah.
We're in world stage also, very successful, but it wasn't government owned, it was privately owned, but also very successful. Then, so there's a couple of transitions in the pillars of Aruba,
Yeah.
but every time it's on a world stage. So then it's phosphate,
Every time it becomes a bit of a leader in its space.
a bit of a leader in
Yeah.
space. Then came the refinery, the biggest refinery
yeah.
in the world,
Yeah. So
on Aruba.
that was the biggest in the world.
Yes.
Oh wow. So my wife actually brought me to where is it? Fort Zoutman. Fort Zoutman, and they were given some like dancing, but also some history lessons.
Yeah.
So I actually got those history
Yeah.
lessons 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And,
So
and-
again, on a world stage,
Yeah.
such a small island, I think it gave us the idea that we could do anything. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
seed, I think that seed's been planted in Arubans. That it doesn't mean that because you're such a small island, you
That
can't
you
be
can't,
trading, you can't be doing business on the world stage.
And
I think-
and that's because if we go all the way back to the aloe days, when is that? 1800s?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure, but it was early days. Yes.
Yeah, because I know the oil refinery was
Yeah.
probably
Early
30s,
1900s.
30s, 40s. Because my mom was born in Aruba because my grandparents
Working
moved
at
here
the-
to work at the oil refinery.
there you go.
Yeah.
And it was the only economic pillar of the island back then. Also in '86, when the refinery shut down,
Yeah.
it was a big problem. Everybody was leaving this island.
So in the 80s, tourism wasn't really.
No, the tourism part of Aruba, and that's where I was going. Like the refinery was the next big thing for the island, and most all the business done in Aruba was related to the refinery. But then the refinery shut down, and everybody was leaving this island. '86, everybody was leaving. Big part of the economy was the refinery, and it was shut down. And then the brother of Mike, the prime minister I worked for, started the whole Plan di Rescate was the name of it,
What does that translate
which was
to?
the plan to the rescue plan,
Oh, the rescue plan. Okay.
which was, let's switch to tourism. Let's give big hotel names, brand names, guarantees and tax breaks so they come to Aruba and build hotels in Aruba. So we have a new economic pillar for Aruba. And that's
So that happened in the mid 80s?
86.
In 86.
When he became the prime minister of Aruba, they started this whole plan di Rescate to...
And what was his first name?
His name was Hani. He just passed
Hani,
a couple
okay.
of months ago.
Yeah.
Hani Aman. And that's when Aruba made the transition from refinery to tourism. And again, Aruba is on the front line and on the leading and innovative front line of tourism in the Caribbean. They've
Yeah.
been outperforming other islands since a long time ago. And again, so this is where I was going with the whole story. I mean, every time
Yeah.
they decide to do something, they are on the world stage doing it. Even with tourism after and now and still,
Yeah.
Aruba is leading in tourism in the island. So I think it's kind of, I don't know,
Some-
probably in
somewhere-
our DNA
Somewhere
somewhere.
embedded in the DNA.
Yeah.
So if we switch from Aruba back to Elton, who would you say were your mentors growing up, and what type of role did they play? Like throughout your whole journey, if you would think about mentors at different parts of your career, and then what type of impact did they have?
I've never even thought about it in that way, but I think I did have people that inspired me at certain periods of my process. And for the art part, when I started doing the art thing in the States at high school, it was probably my art teacher, which saw
something in you that you didn't know was there.
That I didn't even know was there. And
because she's also the one when you said you wanted to go study XYZ in college, she was like, "What are you doing?"
She's like, "What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Here's a card. Go talk to these people."
Exactly.
Yeah. But I don't even know if I could call her a role model. She was just there at that moment.
A mentor doesn't necessarily need to be a role model, but is sort of the person that guide you along a particular path in a particular moment.
Yeah, she opened my eyes to art. In general, because the in high school art is not graphic designing. It's art. It's fine arts. It's art history. It's just, brushes and paint and airbrushes and sculptures. But she opened my eyes to that. I did have a little bit of an influence before her in Aruba, which was Ryan, which is the videographer, which was a friend. He was always drawing, and I was always kind of in his shadow because he's a year or two maybe older than I am, and so I was always trying to copy his things that he was doing and back then, and so he kind of introduced me to drawing a little bit. But then at high school in the States, it really opened up the whole art scene. You can do much more than just, I was just doing little sketches
doodles.
And little doodles. I actually made a lot of money with an airbrush in high school doing Bart Simpson.
Oh, yeah?
Because right about that time, Bart became a phenom.
Yeah.
And I was the people were bringing shirts, and I had an airbrush at the house, and I was doing Bart Simpson, with the finger, Bart Simpson with the joint, Bart Simpson with this. I actually charged like $10 a shirt, so I was making quite some money with Bart Simpson.
So
back then.
The businessman was always there.
It was always there. Yeah. So
and then later in the career, let's say maybe in the time that you were in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, there was this guy. I worked for him for a while in Rotterdam. He opened up my eyes and taught me so much about graphic design.
Like on a higher level.
At a very high level.
Yeah.
And also opened up doors for me in the Netherlands, because when I went there after having had my businesses here, new in the Netherlands, having zero network, not knowing anybody in the industry, it was kind of tough. I did odd jobs, I worked at Albert delivering food. I did some odd jobs. I worked at Campina, and couldn't really find my drive in the creative industry in the Netherlands.
Until you connected with that guy.
And when I connected with him, it was like he opened a lot of doors for me there, because then you get to meet photographers, you get to meet people who are doing commercials, and then I was on set with Kim doing photo shoots for Viva, and and then all of a sudden that whole scene started opening up for me in the Netherlands. And the reputations island boys have in the Netherlands. I heard you guys are lazy.
You sleep all day.
I heard you don't like working. And like, oh. The interview I went for when I started working in Baarn, the lady that we became very good friends with, and it was here in Aruba.
Yeah.
The last thing she asked me when I finished the interview was, I heard rumors that islanders are very lazy. Is that true? So, and you know what I did? I didn't even answer her question. I just got up and left. And a month after that, she gifted me the first iPhone that came out, because she was so thankful for me joining the company. And what I decided to do was, instead of answering or giving her the attention and answering that stupid question, I was just going to show her what I can do.
Yeah.
So I worked my butt off the first 3 months working there, and she bought me the iPhone and officially apologized for the comment after 3 months working it there.
Success is the best revenge.
Yes. So, but she was also an inspiration to me. Her husband, very funny story, was the main acquisition guy of the company, but he had a stutter.
Okay.
So every time we had some kind of a presentation, I was like, how does this guy do this? You know, he's just standing there with all the confidence in the world, presenting
Stuttering away.
and stuttering away. And people, it put me off a little bit in the beginning because I'd be like, what are you trying to tell me? You know that. But also became a little bit of an inspiration to me because, I mean, come on, if you can be in sales and stutter,
then what? Then nobody
I have
got
zero
an excuse.
excuses. So yeah, but those were nice years in the Netherlands, and I got to learn a lot. Started speaking more Dutch because it was an all Dutch company, and there's no contact
Clients
with
in
the clients
Dutch.
in Dutch.
Yeah.
So they were challenging years, but very, very, very inspiring. And they taught me so much. The market in the Netherlands, I got to meet all these big, Nupent and Nel, big guys, and were very, very, very inspiring years.
And if we jump now to when you came back to Aruba, and then because that's kind of like a 16-year period. Are there any?
I think now I'm going to be. I'm 15 years since I moved. 15 going to 16 years that I moved back to Aruba from the Netherlands.
So were there any specific persons that kind of jump out also in that sort of mentorship role?
Oh, Bianca.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, I don't know if I can call her a mentor, but we had an immediate click, and she gives you.
Maybe it's kind of like it ebbs and flows because you're peers, but at the same time, like
she gives you the space to become and to work and backs you up when needed, and inspired me with a lot of things like the positiveness that Bianca carries.
The optimism.
The optimism that she carries was alien for me because I'm kind of a kat uit de boom kijken type of first.
Yeah.
But she would come up with like, let's make a movie. I'm like, what? She was the one that said, hey, I want what's the guy from Virgin again?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. I'm gonna talk to Richard Branson. We're gonna have him as a speaker at the Green Conference. Like,
how the hell?
How does that even come up in your mind that you think you can?
Where you get the cojones from?
Where do you get that from?
Yeah.
And she would look at me like, why not?
Exactly.
And that, and that whole mentality was something I really needed to
come
learn.
Out of a shell.
I had to learn that because I was always like careful with, you aim too high, you miss, or the sky is the limit type of mentality.
But that's also a bit. I think that's embedded also in a lot of Caribbean people because of all of those limitations.
Yeah.
That oftentimes we more think that things aren't possible.
And we also thought at a very early age that people outside of the island can do things better than we can.
Yeah.
That mentality that if a guy from the States tells us how to do a political campaign, he might know it better than we do.
Yeah.
In the meantime, nobody knows it better than we do. We're here. We've done it. We know how to do it. But still, the mentality is, maybe they know how to do this better.
Yeah.
And then when they come over and be part of the campaign, you're like, no, that's not how it works here.
Yeah.
So that mentality of island, I think a lot of islands have that mentality a little bit too.
Yeah.
So we think, because we're so small.
I've lived now, definitely in 2, visited many, and it's just an island thing.
Yeah, it's an island thing.
And also I would say now after living in Europe for 22 years, that at the end of the day, the best form is probably still the collaborative form.
Yeah.
Because those that are living abroad in a completely different context, they can bring things to the island that on the island would be maybe a bit alien and foreign, but you can't dismiss the knowledge, experience, and professionalism that's already here. And actually, when you bring those two powers together is when I believe that you create some of the best results.
The times that I was in at the agency in the Netherlands, and we have a whole different way of thinking and doing things.
Yeah.
And it's two things either can happen. Either they say no, we don't do things like that here, or they embrace it and use it.
Yeah.
And thank God, where I was, they saw that it was an edge instead of a limitation. And they also gave me a lot of space, even though I went to meetings and my Dutch wasn't perfect. I didn't care,
Well, I mean, you got confidence from the guy that could just stand up there, stutter away. It's like,
there you go. I said,
if
he can do that, I don't care if my Dutch sounds weird. I was like, whatever. It's gonna sound weird, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways.
Exactly.
So yeah, that.
Yeah.
And then you build on that confidence, and when you're working in the creative industry, confidence it's all it's about.
It's all it's about.
It's all it's about. If you lack that, people will shoot you down, or they don't believe you when you're trying to tell them your idea or selling your concept, your design, your ideas. You have to be really confident about what you're presenting. If you can't, then I've seen so many great ideas go in the wastebasket because the presentation was bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of very bad ideas go very well because the presentation was great and the confidence of the guy doing it was,
was next level.
It happens. It happens a lot. But I mean, and now here with Bianca as my right hand and left hand and the other way around.
Yeah.
We've been able to do some really, really cool things, and for example,
a lot more cool things to come.
Yeah, the whole thing during COVID, and that was the first time that it almost made me cry, because the impact that we created during COVID when they asked us to do the platform for the donations.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And that was like. That was in the trenches, I went to the stand in line with all the families that were waiting to get a box with food in it, and that's heavy.
Yeah,
standing there, you know how proud islanders are, right?
Yep.
You see them standing there, and they don't want to be there because they're too proud to be there, but they have
no choice. Yeah,
and that pain you see in their eyes. That was heavy.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I really felt like the impact that we created with the foundation was, I think, the highest level of achievement for us, because we managed to get 1.2 million florins.
Oh wow!
Which was nothing compared to what was needed, but just being able to do that and
to activate
that whole thing. We did a radio, 11 radio stations together, a fundraising radiothon thing, and it was crazy. It was one of the first times I felt like, okay, giving back is also very, very rewarding.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So 51 years old. I'm going to rewind the clock one last time.
Okay.
So with all of this knowledge over those 51 years, with all of the dad knowledge and experience and soon to be dad again, if you go back now to 18-year-old Elton, what advice would you give that guy?
Buy Bitcoin?
I mean, let me do the calculation. 73 to 18. No, Bitcoin wasn't around yet. It wasn't even around yet. He could have buy some Apple stocks maybe.
Yeah.
or some Microsoft.
I actually did the math because when I moved to the Netherlands, I bought. Remember the iMac with the half sphere with the
Yeah. I think that was the G4, the G3.
the one with the flat
the
screen
G3. Yeah,
that moved around like that.
Moved around the G3 iMac.
That I actually went back and did the math. If I would have spent that money on Apple stock instead of buying that computer back then, I would probably be a richer man right now.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
No, but yeah, all jokes aside, it's kind of mosterd na de maaltijd when you ask questions like that, because all you can always look back on your life and say, oh, I should have done that, I should have done this. But the best advice, I mean, I think everything happened to me at the moment that it needed to happen to me to get me to where I am today. So in that sense, I don't think I would change anything. We learn from our mistakes, and getting back up after falling is what brings us to closer to success every time it happens.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of things like I wish I would have known earlier in my life. Like I invest in real estate now, also in Aruba. And if I have to put those things next to each other, the amount of work you put into an agency compared to just investing in real estate, which is like you earn money while you're sleeping when you invest in real estate. So those little things and the lack of information when you're younger, just being focused on one thing, I probably would tell my 18-year-old self to just open your eyes for other opportunities.
Open your mind.
Quicker.
Yeah.
Because it took a lot of years for me kind of being singular focus on one thing.
Yeah.
While if you would have started earlier by doing more things, it would have happened much quicker.
Yeah.
So that I think would be advice to my 18-year-old, like, open up your mind and your eyes to other opportunities rather than just. But that's what they teach, stick to your guns. This is if you're good at one thing, do that.
Do that.
Yeah, and then you're just being a little bit once like.
Yeah, and you don't even realize it when you're young because you feel like you have so much time, but then one day it's like, whoa.
One day you're 51. Yeah. But that would be it. That would be it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Staying open for opportunities. There's a meme. I don't know if you saw it. I think there's a video of a girl online that says the red car theory. You know that one?
Explain.
Like so she's like in studio doing a podcast just like this, and she asked the guy, the red car theory?
Wait, I think yeah.
So
But
how
go
many
ahead.
red cars did you see coming to the office this morning? None, or
none.
one maybe.
No, and as soon as you step outside.
Yeah, but then if you tell her if I would have told you that you would have earned $100 for every red car you saw while you were driving here, how many red cars do you think you would have seen then?
A lot.
You probably would have seen brown cars that look red enough that you call them red cars.
Exactly.
Right? So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So essentially, it's because even in that, while we're coming here to this location, just paying attention to those other color cars. It's something completely different. Has nothing to do with what our daily lives is filled with, but because there's a potential opportunity there, you will pay attention to it. But the analogy is that you just need to have your eyes open to the vast amount of opportunities that
for me now it's about opportunities, period. I don't even care what field it is in. Yeah. Because I didn't know anything about doing movies either. So why would you limit yourself to things where we can learn? We can still learn.
Exactly.
I learned everything about making a movie now. That doesn't mean I'm going to continue making movies, but there was an opportunity that came up and we grabbed it with both hands. I mean, if you stay open for that, you can.
That is also pretty much an opportunity that you guys created.
Of course.
Yeah.
mostly, but just staying alert to opportunities and not thinking, no, that's not for me, or I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I mean, staying open for opportunities always pay off.
Yeah.
I can go wrong too. No? I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but at least you tried.
Yeah, exactly. So any closing words, closing thoughts for the folks at home or watching on their mobile somewhere?
Well, I wanted to thank you for this opportunity, first of all.
Thank you for coming on the show.
I mean, we've been talking about doing this for a while now.
For a while.
Also very grateful to have bumped into, I mean, like I said before, we meet each other, not by accident or by accident. We don't know that, but eventually we got to do some cool things together. So in that same...
I believe everything happens for a reason.
So yeah, in that same trend of staying open for new opportunities, that also means staying open for meeting new people and being able to collaborate. What we said just now, collaboration is key now to most of the things that we want to do in life. And basically, I'm very grateful for where I am now, what I've been able to do, all the projects we are working on right now. And I have a saying, I try, because it's very easy to say, don't complain. I try not to complain. Easier said than done, but I try not to complain, and mostly because it really doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
And just keep a positive mind. I don't think there's anything that can stop you if you if you do that.
No, definitely not. And if I could continue on with some of the words that you just said, you guys have also been an inspiration to me as well with the way that you were able to make certain moves and certain things happen from a Caribbean island, and then still being on a certain level and producing that innovation. And throughout our collaborations, I've also learned a lot. And it's always exciting to see you guys and to work together. So we gonna continue with that energy moving forward.
Yes, our little walk yesterday was cool, right?
Yes. Maybe in a future podcast we can say what that walk.
We'll talk
was
about that later. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Elton.
All right, man.
And with that, guys, we are signing out. I'm getting a signal here from the back. We mentioned WOW already, but come on, man.
What?
The all the URLs, where they can find you, where they can find the businesses. How do they? Because they can follow WOW already, right?
Yeah. We're on all social platforms: Instagram, Facebook. We have a website, www.wowthenaturefilm.com. You can find us with the same address on Facebook, with the same address on Instagram. We're also on LinkedIn, Wow the Nature Film.
So we'll put all the links in the description, guys.
We have an ambassadors program, so anybody who went after seeing everything that we're doing feels inspired to be part of the movement, because it's almost becoming a movement already.
The WOW movement.
The WOW movement. If you're interested, you can always contact us on the website, and we have a very long list of ambassadors already on the website, and it's growing. And also, if you think, I want to partner up in any other way with this movement, we're always one email or one WhatsApp call, whatever way. We're always open, always inspiring, trying to inspire the young, up and coming filmmakers, photographers, artists to be part of the project. When we travel, we always look for stagiaires that go with us on the filming during the filming process. So we're always trying to engage as much as possible with the local community when we're working. So we're always open for any type of collaboration with this project.
Awesome. And we'll also include the links to 360 degrees of
also
innovation.
360 degrees of innovation foundation is the name of the foundation, but it's the website is 360innovation.xyz.
Yeah,
that's our website. So also we got a lot of people asking us, so what do you guys do? So yeah, you can.
So they can see that on the website.
They can see a little bit.
A little bit. Well, you guys got to watch the podcast, and then you'll find out a lot about at least what one half of 360 does, and a future one to hear the other half.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Yeah, so with that, now we are officially out. So please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know any questions that we might have missed. What were the most interesting parts about this conversation? And yeah, with that, we'll see you in the next one, peoples. Thank you, and we're out. Bless.